Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome once again. If you're not, if you're just stumbling on this my channel, please do well to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified when next I post a video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about unspoken rules about self-supervision in Nigeria. I'll start by saying that I'm an architect and I just thought it would be nice to give or to kind of educate those that have not been on site before. If this is your first time going to the site, you don't know what to expect, you don't know how to go about things, I just wanted to tell you some of these rules because nobody told me all these things when it was my first time like supervising a site. So, and these rules only apply to Nigeria here where I am, like in this country where I am, Nigeria. I don't know about other countries, just so that we know. So the first rule I'll say is for you to be prayerful, like always pray. I am a Christian, I worship God, so I'll advise you to always pray on the site because you never know who and who is on the site looking for your downfall, praying that you will die, put charm on for you on the road and then you match it and all of a sudden you are sick. A lot of people don't have good intention about people, especially when they see that you are the architect or the head of the site, that kind of thing. So just in general, just be prayerful. That's just it. Second rule I'll say, be friendly to everyone, but not too friendly, especially to the workers because they are likely to take you for granted. And me being a female in Nigeria in a construction company, a construction setup, which is designed mostly for men, according to them, according to their stereotype, they will kind of want to see how much you can deal with or what you can tolerate as a female, speaking as a female. They might want to, how do I put it? They will want to overshadow you because they are males in the industry. So just be friendly with everyone, but just know your boundaries on the site. And also because they are male workers, they will try to see whether they can, get under your skirts, which is like men. So if you ever do that, you'll be taken as for granted as possible on the site. So that's I will not advise you to do any that kind of stuff with any of your workers. Be friends with your workers quite alright, but not too friendly so that if you see this kind of respect, like you have to balance the respect and friendliness, so that they don't start taking you for granted and so that when you give them something to do, they don't be like, oh, is this person that is doing this? Oh, it's not this person that I slept with, it's not this person, all those kinds of things. So don't do that. And if you're a guy, of course, guys, you know how to talk to each other and stuff. Just be friends with everyone because you never know where you meet people in the future. You just, what I'm trying to say, just have boundaries. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is that this is specifically for architects. You are the architect of the site, you are the architect, you are the head of the construction team, but it doesn't mean that you know everything on the site. So, in as much as yes, maybe you might have gained site experience before, maybe during your internship days, just just be open to learn new things. Learning, everybody learns every day. So there are some certain things that you have a particular way that you know that this if I don't do it this way, oh, I won't get these results. Yes, stick to it. But then there are some things that you're not so sure. Don't be scared to ask those workers, especially those elderly ones who obviously have worked on the construction site for way longer than you have. Don't be scared to ask them for questions on how to do this and how to do that. You will notice that they are very, very, very happy to explain to you, okay, we're supposed to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. And while you're taking directions from them, don't be stupid. Some of them might want to use your head. and also get away with doing less job, if you know what I mean. So that is rule number, I lost count. If you like this video, please do well to subscribe and ring the notification bell and share this video to someone that this is the first time with them visiting the site, or they're still feeling scared, they don't know what to expect on the site. A lot of things to expect on the site, but these are just things that people don't really talk about. Rule number 4. As an architect, we normally draw architectural plans. But on the construction side, we use structural plan, we use electrical plans and plumbing plans. So, as a supervisor or supervising, like as a supervising side, as a supervisor on the site, being an architect, just because I'm an architect, I'm using myself as an example. As an example, I can't talk again. Just don't be too nervous, or how do I put it? Like the first time you're visiting site, you don't know what to expect. You're just nervous of the whole situation. Like, I don't know, that's really what is coming to my head. Don't be too nervous that you forget there's an actual plan that that building is following. Like, for example, me, the first time I went to the site, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't want to do something that was wrong. Just wanted to make sure that I'm doing something right. And since everyone is so experienced, and it felt like I'm the only one that is on the site that doesn't have an experience, I just forgot that there was something like an architectural plan. When they are doing something, say, oh, you don't count the cement that they brought, you rush to go and count it, come back to give them the exact amount that they brought. Then all of a sudden you're supposed to supervise the messing guys that are laying the blocks and all those things. And then you forget, oh, I'm actually supposed to be following a plan so that I'll know where the level at which the blocks stop. Like, I'm talking especially interior, like when you're trying to create an interior to look, especially like the rendered picture. I forgot that was it. So always make sure to refer back to the architectural plans, the structural plans. I don't know who is watching this, but whatever field you are, whatever you're supervising, the structural part, the architectural part, don't forget that there's a plan, like I did. Number 5. Yeah, I remember now. Always make sure you pay attention to the materials that are brought on site, and always go there to check them properly whether they are the right amount that was ordered. Of course, if you are the person supervising, you're the one that ordered it. Or if the client decided to buy the materials, you still have to confirm for the client, hey, how many materials you order for, then go and cross check it. Because anything that happens to that material on the site, you're going to be the one to be blamed. To cross check the materials that are on site, and then keep record of it. Very important. If possible, take pictures of what was being brought and send it to the client or to whoever was the person that ordered the material. Or if you're the one that ordered the material, fine, just send it to the client. It's so and so arrived today. This is the number. This is how it looks. It's very important. And also check, especially if they're delivering wood, like planks for carpentry works on the site. Always check the wood, because sometimes those people that are delivering in high quantity, they will put some woods inside there that are still decaying, that you cannot use on the site, that cannot be used. So always check. And when you see something like that, point it out to them, let them take it back, and then get you new good planks that you can use on the site. You know what I mean? Be at alert when they're mixing concrete. All these people that are mixing concrete on the site, hey, they will show you shege. You have to know the ratios of concrete mixing. I'll put that on the screen. No matter the ratio that you are following for that construction site that is specified by structural engineer, no matter the ratio that is there, be paying attention that they put exactly that amount of stones or the exact amount of sand they're supposed to put on inside the concrete and use the exact amount of cement. Those laborers, they will show you shady. They will not, they will, they pay according to the number of concrete. The site I worked in, the site that I've supervised, they always pay according to the number of bags of cement you are able to mix for a day. So some of them, they will mix one bag of cement and tell you that they mixed 5 bags of cement and you'll be paying for something that you cannot see. So be very careful. And it's also important that you are monitoring the mixing the cement to also make sure that your building is built according to the structural words, to have structural integrity as specified by the structural engineer. In as much as you are the architect or whoever you're on the site, you want to make sure that the building is built according to standard. Because anything that happens in the future, they will trace you. It's important to take progress pictures. Like every day you go to the site, every day you go to the site, it's important that you take progress pictures. Like, okay, you snap, this is what we did today, you send to the client or you send to whoever is you're supposed to send to, the person that is in charge or the person that owns the building or the person that employed you, because it might be the engineer that employed you. The person will always want to see daily progress report of what is going on the site. So be sure to do that and send to them explaining this is what we did today, this is what we achieved today. This is important so that they don't think that you're just wasting their time and their money on the site, because they're not always on the site. You are the one that's always on the site. So they want to see, okay, you are telling me to send money for this, send money for that. Let me see what is actually going on the site. Let's know whether what you are billing us for is actually correct. Yes, if it's you want to see progress report of what's going on the site. So be sure to always take pictures. It's also good for you. You also keep record of what's going on the site. You can also post it on your social media as something like I can do this, I can do that. Advertise yourself is also very important. Probably easier for you to paste pictures of what a space is going to look like. For example, this mostly applies for interiors, like when you're about to start with the interiors of the building. If you get the rendering of the space, or if you have the rendering of how the space will look after the finishing, like after everything has been finished in the space, it will go a long way if you print out those pictures and maybe just place the door leading to the space, so that anybody that is working in that space will be like, okay, this is what the space is supposed to be like, and this is what I'm supposed to do. For example, like the electricians, on seeing that picture, we know, okay, I'm supposed to position a light in this place, I'm supposed to put a light in that place, and then work according to the picture that you have given them, so that you don't really have to talk so much, especially if if the workers are very experienced in the job. You don't really need to do a lot of things once you have pasted that picture, the doorway. And also, as a site architect, you also be expected to hold site meetings with your workers. Like sometimes, not always, when you feel it's necessary, you hold site meetings and clarify, especially if it's a big site. This situation is a big site. You will be like, okay, what is the progress? You will hold meetings with your workers, ask them the progress, tell them, okay, this is where we are supposed to be at in the next 2 weeks' time. This and this is supposed to be have been finished on the site. This and this are supposed to have taken place. This is what we should achieve in the next 2 weeks, that kind of thing. And for those things that are lagging behind, you'll be like, okay, we need to rush this up. It's just a way for every of the worker on the site to be updated on what exactly is going on the site at a particular period of time. This one I cannot overemphasize. You are on site supervision, so you are expected to pay close attention to every single thing going on the site. whether the workers are going to go and eat, whether they're taking one tool from one position to another position. You're expected to be like monitoring everything going on the site and be accountable for everything that goes on the site, the materials used, where the materials are being kept. You are just, if anything happens on the site, you'll be the one that will be held because of that. So you have to monitor everything that's going on the site as best as you can. Just keep that in mind. It's very, 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 very important. I cannot overemphasize that. There's something that they don't tell you about site supervision, and that thing is for you to be very, very cautious of stealing, because a lot of people just come to the site to steal for no good reason. They just come to take people's things. So most of the times on site, when workers come in, sometimes most times they like to come in with this backpack. I've inserted picture on the screen. They like to come into the site with those backpacks. So try as much as you can, depending on the budget of the client, to have a security personnel at the gate or to block the gate and be like, okay, nobody should go out of the gate until we are closed, and we can search everybody. Have some kind of rules in place to make sure that stealing is lessened on the site, because a lot of people just come to steal people's phones. And in the case where some workers are going to sleep on the site, you should also make sure that they are safe on the site, provide the necessary things to make sure that their properties are safe on the site. Because some workers will come to the site and decide that, oh, I'm going to sleep with the other workers that are sleeping on the site, but you did not know that what they have come to do that night is to come and steal people's phone. For example, I was on the site one day. I wasn't the main supervisor of the site, like I was the second person supervising the site, like I was assisting the main site supervisor supervising the site. And that night, workers slept in the BQ, the boys' quarter that night. And then we woke up the next morning, and then we found out that their phones have been stolen. So in that kind of situation, who are you going to blame? There was security men on the site too. Sometimes security men they can't even be trusted. So, and they can also be collaborated with people and be like, okay, I'll give you this percent if you help me and cover up this for that. So in other words, just be careful and know that stealing is real on the side. And stealing is very rampant on the side when it comes to, especially building the tools that they use to do, like hammer, chisel, all those important things. Your material that are being ordered by your clients, the electrical fittings, the doors, the handle, the door, obviously they can carry the door at the side, that's the door handles, all these small, 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 small things. When it comes to piping, your piping, some small, 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 small pieces of pipe that they used to use, that plumbers use and put together. You should make sure that all these things are stored in a room and locked at all times. And the person that has the key, the people that have the keys to those rooms should be people that you can trust. You have the key for yourself, and maybe give one other person the key just in case you are so busy attending to one or two things on the side and you can't go and open the store at that moment for someone to take something from the store. So one other person should have the key, and that person should be somebody that you trust. If anything goes missing in that side, it will not be his fault or your fault. So you have to be very careful about materials on the site because they can easily go missing. Another thing you should be aware of while we're talking about stealing is when you're on the site, there's some people that will want to come, the people living around, they might want to come and take loans. These people that were not using on the site again, they might want to come and take it because to help them with their cooking. I'm not saying you should not give, it's good to give, but at the same time you should be careful with all those people too that are coming into the site, because they can actually come and also create some nuisance on the site and take some things that they're not supposed to take, and go with it. Just go home with it, and you won't even know that such thing has happened. They might take your wood, the woods that you are still using on the site, and then go out with it, and then you have to start buying new woods. Always have to supervise and make sure that the wood they're taking are the ones that you are no longer using on the site, or the ones that you have used and you feel like, oh, you are not using it again on the site. So just be careful in general of all these kind of things that go on the site. That's it for today. Just popping in to say you should subscribe to this video if you haven't subscribed. Thank you very much. Ring the bell notification while you're on it so that you get notified when we post a new video. Okay, on with the video. If there's any other thing I missed, please let me know in the comments below. Let's start a session down in the comment. At least when somebody finishes watching this video, they go down to the comment list to see some other things that I've missed, and they are more educated and more prepared for site supervision in Nigeria. At least we're going to help them not to feel so nervous because it's their first time. You know, there's a first time for everything, and each and every one of us, even those people that you see on the site, those people that have been on the site before you came, just know that they also had their first time, so they also went through what you're going through. So just try, give yourself some patience. You're going to learn, you're going to be like them soon. It's not going to take long, you'll be like them. So just give yourself patience. Don't be so scared, don't be so nervous because it's your first time. Just relax, go with the flow. God will help you.